I went from a sports star at this point to a drug dealer, which is the label that they give you. You know what I'm saying? With me getting sentenced to prison and stuff, that's the label that they gave me.
Beautiful black, beautiful black. Catch me with my beautiful black skin, with my beautiful black friends, beautiful accents of the urban raised. Caught up in my urban ways since my early days. What up, what up? It's another motherfucking Friday night, and we in here with a special guest. You know it's your boy Johnny Glow.
What's up? It's your boy Jay Reed, man. How y'all doing?
In here with my brother, man. Coming up, definitely my best friend, my closest dog, man. You feel what I'm saying? Just came home after doing some time, man. So we welcome my boy home, and we gonna talk about all of the good shit, man. We gonna bring y'all the exclusive, man. My motherfucking brother, Reggie Rogers, man.
What's going on with everybody, man? Finally home, man.
Yes, sir,
Welcome,
bro.
bro.
How you feeling tonight, bro? How you feeling, bro? You feeling free?
Free, man. Excited. Free, excited, man. Just blessed, man. That's the best way to put it. Blessed.
For sure, man. I definitely want to just start out by saying I appreciate you for coming through and
I
blessing the
appreciate
podcast,
you.
bro. Like this shit gonna be good for the both of us.
Appreciate you, man. Like, this is really my brother, man. Like, the whole time I was locked up, before I got locked up, everything, man, it's been my brother forever, man. I appreciate you, boy. Like,
Bro, always my dog, always my dog. So like, how's it been being home, bro? I know it's been what? It's been like a month.
in a month.
So what's been to it? You feel what I'm saying? What's been to it?
And since I've been home, it's been a dream, right? So I get released. I come home, my first 2 days, I don't even sleep. I wake up, man, for real. I'm like, man, I got to chase my dreams, man. I got to chase everything I was dreaming about while I was in there. Because it's like, you had the dreams about being home, and then you would wake up, you in prison. So I was scared to sleep, you know what I'm saying? I was scared to sleep. Like, man, I ain't going back in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. So next thing you know, my little brother had practice, and that was the reality check for me. Like, I'm home. You know what I'm saying? I had a chance to take him to practice and whatever, go in there and see what everything that was going on. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm home. You know what I'm saying? But bigger than that, you know what I'm saying? I went ahead and, you know what I'm saying, kept it loyal, you know what I'm saying? Kept it loyal. Got the knocking down goals that was on my list. I'm big on loyalty, you know what I'm saying? So the whole time I was in there, anybody that kept it loyal to me, as far as answering the phone, as far as being there for me and everything like that, like, I believe in God, you know what I'm saying? He weeded my, you know what I'm saying, weeded my garden for me. So the people that was supposed to be in my life, you know what I'm saying, I made sure to return the favor as far as, you know what I'm saying, getting home and being there. Not having the jail talks, which is real, which is definitely real. It's a lot of people that just jail talk and stuff. But since I've been home, man, I've been able, you know what I'm saying, show people actions. You know what I'm saying? I'm big into that. Forget just talking. Forget just, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to say this, I'm going to do this. No, I'm disciplined, you know what I'm saying, seasoned. And I was in there, you know what I'm saying, around a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, who don't have the opportunity to come home. So it gave me a different perspective on life. So when I came home, I'm like, man, I got to make this count. I got to make this opportunity mean a lot, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, I'm the oldest, you know what I'm saying? All of my siblings, they all look up to me, so I got to be a role model. So I'm like, man, I always love kids. And luckily, you know what I'm saying, God blessed me with the opportunity to go ahead, you know what I'm saying, get to speaking in front of kids, get my own company.
Before you continue, man, one thing I wanted to ask you before is like, what you say you have learned, you know, your experience from being in there. One thing you would definitely take away.
Accountability.
Okay.
Accountability. I grew up my whole life, you know what I'm saying. For many of y'all that don't know my story, I was, you know what I'm saying, a successful sports star as far as being able to make it to college, as far as being able to, you know what I'm saying, be a D1 athlete. One of the ones, you know what I'm saying, everybody like, oh yeah, he the one, you know what I'm saying, like you go a place, they like, oh yeah, he the one, he gonna make it, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But in my situation, I always was able to get away with a lot of excuses. So I never had to have accountability, ownership to anything. And I feel like that was the biggest reason to lead to me being locked up and incarcerated was never having accountability. I was just always like, man, oh, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Make a petty little excuse. It'd be like, I'm 30 minutes away. No, I'm about an hour away, 2 hours away. You know what I'm saying? Just little, you know, just little petty lies and little, you know what I'm saying, petty kid stuff. But I say accountability because while I was in prison, that was the biggest thing that helped me transition from a boy to a man. You know what I'm saying? That was the biggest thing I was lacking to make that jump. Because if you ain't got accountability, you ain't going nowhere in life. You know what I'm saying? You always gonna have an excuse. You always gonna have a reason why stuff ain't going your way. And if that's the situation, in case you ain't gonna never have an answer. You always gonna have a question or a reason why instead of making it happen. So I feel like that was the biggest thing in prison that I learned, you know what I'm saying? Being able to look in the mirror and be like, hey, I know who I am and I know where I'm going. And I know, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to make this critical of myself.
It's on me, damn near. It's all on me for real.
That's what's up. I
Yeah.
fuck with that. You gotta grow up. If we want some boys to men shit.
Yeah, from boys to
On
men.
some
That's
boys
from
to men
boys to
shit.
men.
So like, you married now, right?
Yeah,
Right.
married,
Congratulations,
not married, not married,
congratulations, my boy. So
Congratulations,
like,
bro.
Thank
Man.
you just got home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you. Right.
you ain't got nothing out of your system. It's
Right,
all
right,
still
right.
in there. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
I'm nervous.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew you.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I knew him. You know, like, listen.
For
So
sure.
it's just like, you know, but every time I talk to you, you seem like you so certain that you go, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, what's the biggest flip? Because, you know, that's the thing that got me the most off put. Like, damn, he changing.
Right. Right. For sure, for sure. So for me, like the biggest thing, like I told y'all, man, I'm big on loyalty. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on that. So I was in there, I was able to figure out who was for me and who wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Off of phone calls, off of visits, off of just the simple stuff like, hey, I need you to do something for me today. I need you to do this. You know what I'm saying? And during the whole time in there, you know what I'm saying, my wife was able to do that for me. So at the time, did we know that we was going, you know what I'm saying, do that? Yeah, we had the conversations and the talks. And I think I actually surprised her with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, following through on my word, because I'm like, I want to be everything that everybody, the label that people put on you, you know what I'm saying? Like, every person that come home from prison, they like, man, he just jail talked me. Like, yeah, he another one who just finessed me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. But I got to beat, you know what I'm saying? Not only that, like for me growing up, I never seen, you know what I'm saying, anything like that. I never seen marriage for real besides one person in my life, you know what I'm saying? I never seen put myself in a position to succeed like that. Like I'm like, man, how can I really, you know what I'm saying, control my environment? And I'm like, man, this woman right here though, she held me down. I need her. I need her, you know what I'm saying? Like true love, like true love, like you know it. Like, oh yeah, I need her. Like I ain't letting her go nowhere. So when I got home, it was actually a challenge, like coming home, you know what I'm saying, doing the time that I did and coming home and you like, dang, where's she at? Cause she was out of town, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I knew it was real. Mm-hmm. She got out of town, I'm like, man, can I stay faithful? You know what I'm saying? Can I stay disciplined? And since I've been home, man, that's the only person, you know what I'm saying, I've been with. You know what I'm saying? I can honestly, you know what I'm saying, say that proudly. But dropping down on that knee, that was huge. That was huge. That was huge.
Hey, I'm proud of you, gang, and I'm gonna be supportive the whole way through, gang. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a big step. Take a lot of accountability, man. But I ain't gonna never be that friend that be trying to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be that guy. You feel me? I'm always support my guys. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But like you touched on earlier, you was a child star, child prodigy. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of want to go through that journey from how you went from child prodigy to, you know what I'm saying, 6 years in, you know what I mean? Because it was 6, right?
Yeah, 6 years.
So it's just like that journey start. Which was at South? Where was you at? Was the first South Rangers? How old was you when you first started?
I really started before that. My grandpa, he had passed away when I was a kid, but he had, man, put football in my life when I was probably like 6 months, 8 months old. You know what I'm saying? My first words was football, which is crazy, you know what I'm saying? So before I knew my ABCs, he had taught me every NFL team. So I'm preaching every NFL team back and forth, you know what I'm saying? So football always been in my life. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my grandpa, Derek Thomas. He put a lot of football into me, man. He was real big. He was doing electric football at the time, and that was his way of teaching me, you know what I'm saying, how each position worked and stuff like that. But yeah, I started off at South. I was probably like 7 years old. And starting off at South, it was just crazy, you know what I'm saying? That's B team, yep. I was on B2. I was on B2. Then I moved to 18 with Coach Bruce, and you know what I'm saying, I still got them same relationships and stuff, you know what I'm saying, with them people just off of just being, you know what I'm saying, still being me. But moving on from that, yeah, I was a sports star growing up, man.
So that's the main sport you made your name in was football?
It was crazy. Everybody thought I was gonna make it in basketball. Everybody thought I was gonna make it in basketball. Like growing up, my first AAU, you know what I'm saying, team I played with was the Stallions, I believe. Yeah, it was the Stallions. And then I moved on. Shout out to Jimmy Gooden, man. Jimmy Gooden, man. Good people, man.
When did you start hooping? How old was you start hooping?
I started hooping when I was probably like 5, man. At Ed Davis.
You started real young on everything.
Yep, started real. Hey, my mom ain't play no game. She like, boy, you gonna do something. You ain't about to be in this house and you ain't about to be in the streets. You about to do something.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, I definitely was able to build a name early though. I was real successful. I was real. I was cocky. I was one of the kids. I was cocky for sure. I gotta admit that. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing.
You and T.O. had it bad, boy. Y'all.
My brother.
That's my brother too, but y'all had it bad, boy. Y'all felt like on top of the world for sure.
Did you play sports in high school?
Yeah, so in high school I started off. It's crazy because, I'm gonna give everybody the real story, man. So, growing up, Pee Wee wise, we ended up creating a team called the Chargers. Coach Barnett, you know what I'm saying, gave us all the opportunity to play for the Chargers. Best Pee Wee team.
I remember the Chargers.
Best, you know what I'm saying? So, actually, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I think my opinion is that we the best Pee Wee team any generation in Akron, Ohio.
Period.
So you can put us up against any generation. It's a shout out. It's a call out for anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing on that. But
we had too much firepower.
we had the opportunity to go to Florida. We had the opportunity to go against Deion Sanders for the national championship. We had the opportunity to do all of that and put Akron on the map, which we did.
We definitely did. Still finished number 2 in the nation, and
Yes.
was up on Deion Sanders' team before we had our injuries too. For sure.
So we all had a game plan, you know what I'm saying? So this is the real story of what happened. We all had a game plan to go to Bookta. We're like, man, we all gonna go to 1040, man. We all going to 1040. This is the year after Bookta just had that state championship run.
Chase championship run. So we about to just go there and go
Yeah,
back.
we about to go there and go back. So we like, yeah, we about to make this happen. What ended up happening is we get there. While we there, practice is going good. Everything is going great. You know what I'm saying? Ricky was like a uncle to me, a great, you know what I'm saying, family member. Ricky Powers, head coach at the time. And next thing you know, man, me and T.O., it's like we were so much of rivals, but when we got that 1 year together playing at the Chargers, it opened the doors that we like, man, we go to the same high school together. And I ended up flipping script last minute, so it was my fault. Like, most of the team ended up going to Bookta, and I'm like, man.
Why you flipped though? What happened?
Where you go?
So I ended up going to Firestone, right? So I ended up going to Firestone, but the reason I go to Firestone is, at the time, I forget who the quarterback coach was at the time, but he was trying to make me make a decision at Bookta at the time.
Yeah, that's a book.
He's trying to make me make a decision at the time, basically telling me that as a kid, you know what I'm saying, at the time I'm playing for King James at the time, but he was trying to make me make a decision as far as, either you going to play football or you going to play basketball. And I'm coming into my 9th grade year. I'm 14 years old. I ain't making no decision on nothing because honestly right now I got better opportunities for basketball. But whereas Firestone, Flossie like, man, I just want you here. You know what I'm saying? Flossie, an old school coach. He like, man, I just want you here, man. I just want you to play here, man. We you know what I'm saying? We want you. And lucky enough, I got the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to play for Firestone under Flossie.
This is another example of how them coaches was dickheads at Bookta.
Oh, man.
That's just another example. How you gonna tell a kid to take away his opportunities in order to play quarterback for your goofy ass?
It was crazy because I went from having the interviews to, you know what I'm saying, at the time, there was so many colleges coming there, man, because of that state championship team. Once again, I got to give y'all's props, man. Y'all was, as a kid, man, I used to be thirsty to be the ball boy for y'all, man. I'm humble, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no pride issues. I used to be thirsty to come to the games, man, and watch y'all play. The Jared Wilsons, the Corey Smiths,
Some legends,
you know what I'm saying? Some legends, Steve Parkers, all you. I used to be, you know what I'm saying? I used to be thirsty to come watch y'all's games, man, and be, you know what I'm saying? Just say I was a part of that. Just say I was there. Chevin, all of them, yeah. The twins, yeah.
Crazy.
So
big shout out to that 2010 team.
That 2010 team, man.
Stupid.
Y'all was special. Y'all definitely inspired me, man. If y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all definitely inspired me.
That probably was the best city team to date. Like, on some real shit. Like, as far as team, unless you want to go back to the motherfucker the 80s.
No, as far as modern ages,
them boys is crazy.
2000s, y'all had it. Y'all had it. Y'all had it for sure. I got to give it to y'all, man.
So how was the experience playing at Firestone?
Experience at Firestone, man, was, y'all want the real?
I want the real, bro. We gotta have the real, bro.
Oh, so you played both football and basketball, right? For them?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I feel like it was a gift and a curse. The gift was From the time I got to Firestone, from a true freshman, I was able to start every game on varsity. But the bad side, the curse of it was I wasn't ready. So I got thrown in the fire, you know what I'm saying? I got thrown in the fire. It wasn't that I wasn't talent-wise ready, but mentally I wasn't ready. So whenever I make a mistake or anything on the field or anything, my head would be out of it. Say I just missed 5 tackles or something. Like I think our first game was against Glen Oak. Man, they had this running back named Breonte Dunn. He was already committed to Ohio State at the time. Like 6'2", 225. And my first play, you know what I'm saying, they got me starting at safety. My first play, he break through the linebackers, it's me and him one-on-one. And I just remember looking up at the lights like, yep. And I just hear everybody, yeah, welcome to varsity, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the lights, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my introduction. My mind, you know what I'm saying? My mind already out of it. The next week we go against Copley, man. Shout out to Ducey, man, and CJ. Hey, y'all put on that Copley. Y'all did y'all's thing out there for sure.
Big legends.
For sure. So I'm going against them, and the whole time, like, Ducey was always older than me at South. So he was always like a big, you know what I'm saying, big brother to me or whatever. And I'm like, dang, I'm finally on the field against him. You know what I'm saying? It was a crazy moment. So I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm idolizing them. So at Firestone, I was going through the transition of a kid playing against his idols, you know what I'm saying, or being surrounded by his idols and stuff. Like I remember in basketball going against Tone. You know what I'm saying? I used to always go watch Tone and Pac-Man at Kenmore and stuff. So I'm going against Tone now, and I'm like, man, this is crazy.
And then you at Firestone. None of your bros low key.
Yeah, he went there isolated.
Isolated, you know what I'm saying?
But he especially like you had some boys that you play with that was nice.
Oh yeah, no, Kevin Gladney, Jerome Lane, they all end up, you know what I'm saying, actually going Division I and making it successful.
That could play, you know what I'm saying? But I remember you had that freshman year, cause I remember specifically when y'all played Bookthal. You had a hell of a game. That boy Darren McGinnis was big as hell. That boy was like,
oh my God, man,
6 foot 230. That boy was coming through the hole. I'm talking about this boy made some of the swiftest ankle tackles I ever seen.
Because if you go high, you get ran over. I had a couple of them moments.
He was all upper body, I swear.
I had a couple of them moments.
I swear to God, like.
I remember we started the game off at the first time me and D-Mac hit. My whole head was ringing.
So how many seasons did you play at Firestone?
I ended up playing 2. I ended up making it through my sophomore year, man. And once again,
you had to change the scenery.
Change the scenery was forced on my end, man. Like I said, I'm gonna give y'all the real.
Was forced on you or you forced?
I forced it. Okay. At the end of the day, I ended up, you know what I'm saying, being a high-head kid. And ended up getting suspended from the school, a disciplinary transfer, basically meaning I can't come back to the school until the teacher leave. And I ended up transferring to Bookthal. So I was at Bookthal for a couple months, and I had the option, you know what I'm saying, stay at Bookthal or go to Massillon. And that's where everything took off. No knock against anything Akron Public School or any city schools, I say that, but all knocks against Akron Public Schools. Because when I got out there, school-wise, I wasn't ready. Like, it was to the point where I had to have tutors. I had to have people sit down with me and help me because just the regular classes they was taking was like AP classes in the Akron Public School at the time. So it was an uphill battle. And then on top of that, I just went from Firestone where we ain't lift weights, we ain't do none of that to I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. We got mandatory, you know what I'm saying, practices. We got weight training during school. We got track practice during school, lifting after school, and then another practice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 5 practices in one day while you still going to school. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely an eye-opener.
It was a huge upgrade.
Yeah, upgrade.
Huge upgrade.
But like I said, it transitioned me, you know what I'm saying, from a boy idolizing people to, because it's like in Akron, you got this, like the athletes in Akron got this thing where they look at other, you know what I'm saying, other athletes that's the same age as them, and they be like, dang, you see what such and such did? Yeah, he a 5-star. Or he a 4-star, he just ran a 4.2, or he just did this, you know what I'm saying? It's a thing where you idolizing them instead of understanding that you got the same you know what I'm saying, skill set and talent as them. Like, you could be better than them, but you ain't putting yourself on that pedestal. I'm a big believer into what you speak into existence is gonna happen. So if you continue to speak about these people as being better than you, then that's what, you know what I'm saying, your reality is.
So like in Massillon, you was coming into your own, like, yeah, it's my time now.
Facts.
You arrived at Massillon type.
What it was is I had made that mistake at Firestone, and I went from everybody, you know what I'm saying, being the favorite one to the hated one. You know what I'm saying? Everybody went from, oh yeah, he the chosen one to, oh yeah, he the failure.
So what you had got into it with a teacher, and then
yep, I got into it with a teacher.
And then they was just like, shit, you gotta go type shit.
Yeah, facts. I would have told myself that too. I told the teachers, you know what I'm saying? I can say what I said.
Yeah, you can say exactly what you said. Yeah, you can. Please do.
Yeah, so time, you know, I'm a hothead, dumb little kid. I tell the teacher, man, suck my dick. Teacher like, what? Spanish teacher, she like, what'd you say? I'm like, suck my dick. And get out of my classroom. About 5 minutes later, I come back and ain't nobody in the classroom. Hey, man, come on, please don't write me up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, though, a million excuses, no accountability. I'm just looking for another way out. And she talking about, yeah, I'm going to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? I got you. I ain't going to write you up. 5 minutes after that, you ever seen Friday? When Craig asked his mom, he like, you ain't tell daddy, mama, did you? And then he in the bathroom, he on the shitter or whatever. Hey, Craig. I swear that's what it felt like. So I get called in the office and they like, yeah, you suspended indefinitely. You can't come back until after the teacher leave, disciplinary transfer. And at that time, like I said, everybody in the city was messing with me. Like, oh yeah, he the one. Like he got these offers coming. He doing this, he doing that. And then everybody counted me out. So now, determined, you know what I'm saying? I've always been a hard worker, always been determined, I've always been, you know what I'm saying, focused. But that right there drilled it into me even harder. So I'm doing all of these practices I named at Massillon. But then I end up linking with Austin Compton, my dude Weedy. I end up linking with Glenn Campbell. I think, he's the receiver coach right now at Bookto?
Who?
Glenn, G. Cam. I think
he might be.
I end up linking up with them though, and they end up, you know what I'm saying, installing even more practices and stuff into me, even more footwork and getting me to the next level.
It's crazy because you speak on accountability, and it's like you end up really your situation at Firestone ended up having a blessing on it for real. Like it ended up being, you know what I'm saying, like where most motherfuckers would have just got the regular discipline, regular accountability, they just would have been fucked up. Like they just would have been at Bookto type shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? You had the chance to like that's a huge shout out to you to who helped you make that happen, because we don't stay in Madison. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like how you end up there and make that shit take like how you get that to come together like.
So I give all the blessings in the world, man, to God for, you know what I'm saying, put my mom in my life. Like most people, you know what I'm saying, they look at our story and, you know what I'm saying, everything, they like, you would think it was a failure, you know what I'm saying, you would think it was a negative, but it's not. Man, my mom had me, you know what I'm saying, at 15, and we grew up together, you know what I'm saying, me and her grew up together. Shout out to Reggie Rogers, man. I'm telling you, man.
Big shout out to
my lady, my number one lady, man. She always held it down for me, made sure that I went without. You know what I'm saying? She was always one of the ones, even though she had me young, she was them strict, you know what I'm saying, one of them strict parents. Hey, I'm at a house party, I'm watching out for her more than I'm watching out for the other side. Like, hold on. Hold on. She liable to come in here at any time, you know what I'm saying? But she made that happen, you know what I'm saying? She never gave up on me ever, you know what I'm saying? Throughout everything I've been through in my life, she's never given up on me. So when that Massillon opportunity came, she put everything on the line to make sure that I got out there, you know what I'm saying? Provided housing for me, provided everything for me out there, and made sure that I succeeded.
That's what's up, man.
That's some MVP shit right there.
Yeah, that's MVP. That's MVP.
Sure. MVP shit right there. So from so you balled out at Massillon for 2 years. You hooped out there?
Yeah, I hooped out there too.
So you was hooping, balling. So you end up. What ended up happening after that? You got some offers. You had some. What you had going on after that?
That summer, so that junior year, I go crazy. Like one game, I ended up setting the record against Austin Fish, was like top five, one of the top 5 teams in the state. They undefeated at the time.
Fish ain't no joke. Oh God.
I remember that game like it was yesterday because it was a reminder. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the crowd and how they counting us out at the time. I think we down like 35-17 with like 5 minutes left. Everybody in the crowd leaving. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, we gotta make it happen. We get to stop. We get the ball. First play, I get a hitch, a little 5-yard hitch, cut outside, the corner cut inside, I cut outside, all the way up down the field, 80-yard touchdown. So I'm like, dang, now we down 11. Turn around, we end up getting another stop. We get the ball back with 3 minutes. First play, they were slant and go. Another 80-yard touchdown. Not a crowd into it now. Like, hold on, can they do it? You know what I'm saying? And that game, I ended up, you know what I'm saying, setting the record though. I had like 205 yards. And I remember, you know what I'm saying, looking at the Twitter and everything, and there, you know what I'm saying, everybody commenting and stuff. But
Did y'all pull it out?
No, we ain't pull it out, man. We end up. No, it was crazy though, cause it was one of them heartbreak losses, man. Because when we get to the end of it, what end up happening is we end up getting another stop, and we get all the way down to the end of the field, and we end up scoring a touchdown, but we end up getting a formation violation or whatever the flag was at the time for it, and lost like that. But yeah, it was definitely, you know what I'm saying, it was a humble experience, you know what I'm saying, to see everything full trip. But the offers ended up coming after that summer. And I'm a true believer, like I said, man, that hard work pay off. You know what I'm saying? That hard work pay off. To every kid out there, I know y'all got NIL deals. I know y'all got a lot of opportunities out there for y'all to be presented money and all of this stuff. But don't nothing come to a dreamer but a dream. You got to get out there and go work for it, man. You got to hustle. Hard work is big, man. That hard work, the work you put in, you're going to get a reward out of it. Believe that. But
That's a fact.
And that's what ended up happening, man. Going into that, I'm telling you, man, for a fact, I think my first offer was Toledo, me and T.O. Me and T.Lo.
I remember that. I remember that.
My first offer was Toledo. And then next thing you know, the offers got to coming so quick, like Tennessee. And then the next offer was like Kentucky. I find out about the Kentucky offer at a camp. I'm at a camp or I'm in the middle of an interview. They like, so how does the Kentucky offer feel? And I'm like, huh? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, huh?
What you talking about?
Yeah, what you talking about? Like, I got offer from Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? But the people I was with, shout out to Rayshawn Dent and everybody else that I was with at the time, they was, you know what I'm saying, helping me out with the situation, man. They like, man, you know what I'm saying, shout out BBN. At the time, I don't even know what BBN mean. I'm like, I said it or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, Big Blue Nation. I'm like, okay. He, you know what I'm saying, having me say the right things at the time. It was really, you know what I'm saying, prepping me and coaching me for it. But the offers and stuff got the pile, and the next thing you know, by going into my senior year, I think I had about 20 offers. I had the entire MAC. I had some SEC schools like Tennessee, Kentucky. So the big one that we had one was Michigan State. But what ended up coming in, we ended up getting a sleeper one, Marshall. That Marshall offer came, man, I ain't realized how big it was until I actually got the chance, you know what I'm saying, take an official visit to Marshall. I wanted O State, but O State was like this to me, you know what I'm saying? It was, I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, vibing with the culture at the time. Like, I wasn't vibing with how it was. And that's another thing, you know what I'm saying, for any, like, athletes that are out there, you know what I'm saying, when you are getting these offers and stuff from these big schools, and it may be your dream school, but it don't mean they matching your dreams or go help you get to your dreams. So you got to go ahead and do what's best for you. So when you get a chance to go ahead and sit down with these colleges and stuff, and they, you know what I'm saying, they go show you the depth chart. Make sure you see the depth chart. Make sure you see everything that, you know what I'm saying, they're recruiting in your position and the people that they do got coming in your position. And really make sure that you have a clear understanding with them. You know what I'm saying? So you put yourself in the best position, because sometimes most athletes get tricked into a position to go ahead and go to a school, and when they get there to that school, they have all these promises and stuff lined up, but they recruited 10 receivers. You know what I'm saying? So when you get there, you ain't gonna never even get a chance to see the field. The only thing you're gonna do is play special teams at the most. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you're doing what's best for you as far as, you know what I'm saying, putting yourself in a position to succeed. Like, if you get a school, say you get Ohio State, and say you get a MAC school like Toledo, which school is going to put you on that field? Now, I'm not saying that you can't put the work in to get out there, but sometimes the schools already have their mind predetermined, you know what I'm saying? It's like when, you know what I'm saying, recruiting a player or whatever, he got this name, he got this profile, he a 5-star or whatever, and you a 3-star, and your work might outwork his, but he a crowd favorite, or he, you know what I'm saying, the media and everybody, the politics. The politics is real.
Definitely be real.
Politics is real. So
Politics is definitely real.
you got to do what's best for you. And that's when I ended up, you know what I'm saying, that's what made me choose Marshall. That's what made me choose Marshall, because I understood.
That's an underdog pick, though, right there.
It is. Out of all of them, you know what I'm saying, out of all the offers that I had in the schools that was looking at me and recruiting me, I myself was surprised that I chose Marshall, just because of the simple fact that in my mind I had looked at Marshall as a little school. And at the same time, when I went on that official trip, I met this dude named Rakeem Cato. And Rakeem Cato, he ended up being, you know what I'm saying, he was a quarterback, right? And he was a Heisman candidate that year. 2014, going into 2015, he was a Heisman candidate. And I had a chance to sit down with him and ask him about it, because most of the players from there was all from down south. So now, like I said, I've always been determined and focused. When I would go to camps and stuff, it's a big battle out there between up north players and down south players. I think that's the only time like Ohio players and Michigan players is cool.
We together.
Yeah, that's the time we together.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the time that's the times we together.
I could just imagine being there, cause that shit be in your ear. Oh, Texas got the best football players. Oh, Florida got
faster than y'all. Y'all ain't fast. Y'all cornbread and y'all farm players and all that.
Man, we big. We Ohio, man. We the birthplace of this shit, man. Put some respect on that. Stop playing.
Without us, it ain't no football. You know what I'm saying? So I have my pride on my sleeve. I'm talking about to the fullest. Hey, y'all ain't fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was feeling. So when it came to all of that, though, I'm talking to him and whatever, and that was the motivation I needed. You know what I'm saying? Just having that talk with Rakeem Cato, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make it go. I'm gonna make it go. You know what I'm saying? Like my big brother, Devin Smith, he was mad at me. He was like, man, Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? He kept screaming it, but I'm like, man, Ohio State ain't really messing with me. You know what I'm saying? You messing with me harder than Ohio State messing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going nowhere where I'm not wanted. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go play for anybody or put myself in a position to go somewhere where I'm not really truly wanted. So I'm going to Marshall. Like I said, look at that depth chart. They got me on the depth chart. They showing me like, hey, you starting. You know what I'm saying? This is where you at right now. You coming in here, and you got to do, you know what I'm saying, your evaluation on everything. Marshall had me come in that slot position. In 2015, I don't think the slot position was as big as it is now. You know what I'm saying? It was just now getting there. You know what I'm saying? The Patriots had Wes Welker. They was going through that, and it was just now, you know what I'm saying, that position was just now getting the importance.
Oh, you was fast out there, huh? You quick.
Oh, I was smart. I was one of the players that studied film. Like when I got to Massillon, I would, you know what I'm saying, they had a huddle, and I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm on huddle, like, oh yeah, this is who we going against. So I'm knowing what, like if I'm on offense, I'm knowing the defense, you know what I'm saying, the corner and the safety, I'm knowing their weaknesses as far as, oh yeah, they bite on this route. Oh yeah, okay, if I'm running this 10-yard dig, they gonna bite if I go ahead and give them a fake out real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just a little quick jab step real quick to cut back in, or just a little, you know what I'm saying, the small details. I was real big on that. I wasn't the fastest or the strongest. I just was a lot smarter than a lot of the players that was out there. You know what I'm saying? I pay attention to, oh yeah, he opened his hips like this. You know what I'm saying? Like if you doing this back pedal right here, oh you ain't T-stepping, you doing the other one. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you do this.
You definitely was a hell of an athlete. I wouldn't consider you just the best athlete out there, but you was a hell of an athlete. And like, you played with a chip on your shoulder. Mm-hmm. Even if everybody considers you the best out there, nigga play with a chip on their shoulder. Nigga, you running the ball, you ain't got 100 moves, but you gonna make every nigga miss somehow. He ain't got 100 moves, but you not gonna just tackle him. Like, he just played with a chip on their shoulder. That it fucked me up to see, because it was like, he did have that name at that. By the time we got to the Chargers, everybody had their little name. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we giving the ball to Marnell, T.O., this, that, bro. And to see this nigga take the ball was like, bro, he running with he got a whole different, he see something else. I swear to God, because I'm like, he ain't running like that in practice, but the game time, it's over with. It's over with. So it was like, you definitely played with just a different chip on your shoulder, bro. For sure. And you was ahead of the game, knowing, like, even thinking about football like that. Mm-hmm. A lot of motherfuckers was just showing up like, shit, we about to play. We about to go out here and just do our thing. Because, like, and especially at APS, we not watching film every day or really evaluating the film. We might have one session, you know what I'm saying? So to be really studying and knowing what a motherfucker gonna do, that put you light years ahead, especially when you playing the APS. I mean, you gonna go crazy.
That's why I like what I'm seeing now, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? The small, you know what I'm saying? The small window of me being home now and seeing where the city is now. We in the era right now, y'all, where it's a culture change.
Yeah. As far as sports or just in general?
Sports, like school-wise, with the youth right now, we in a culture change right now. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying in a culture change, I mean, everybody ain't gonna get it, but the ones that do get it, they change it and they gonna be a part of it, you know what I'm saying? Once again, I don't know if too many people remember, you know what I'm saying, the details as, you know what I'm saying, the 2010 team that had made it to the States that year for Booker. Okay. I think the biggest part about that, not just the States, it was how many kids had made it to college. There was a lot of kids that was able to make it to college. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the hard work that they put in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them kids that was on that team, it definitely was over half of the team. You know what I'm saying? Over half of the senior class that year that made it to, you know what I'm saying, college. Mm-hmm. So right now, that's what we're a part of right now. Like, when I'm looking at Booker and I'm looking at the job, man, my dude B. Will's doing, Brian Williams is doing over there at Booker. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying, look what St. V just did, man. They got their first black, you know what I'm saying, head coach ever in their history. You know what I'm saying, Durant Grant. And these are all players, you know what I'm saying, I look, you know what I'm saying, had the opportunity to look up to when I was growing up. So the kids now, they ain't necessarily get to see them play, but they getting a part, you know what I'm saying, be a part of, you know what I'm saying, history and change the culture right now. Like, it's a narrative that, you know what I'm saying, the kids don't work hard or the kids don't want it or the kids is doing this. But if we continue to speak on the kids, what is we really doing for them? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just really speak it down on. So right now, like I said, to see the impact right now that as a black community that we having on the impact, you know what I'm saying, on our community, it's huge. It's huge.
I love that you thinking like that because that's one of my big things when I
Yeah, I
think
like
about
that too.
just work. Like a lot of people, they so ready to leave the city. Right. You know, they want to leave, they want to get out, and of course, I want to see the world just like everybody else. But it's like, who gonna stay and make the changes? Who gonna stay and make that impact and have a sense of pride about what's going on around here? Right. You feel me? And I think that's why it's so important to like get your story out there because it's like, I know, bro, I can name so many dudes, bro. Some of the coldest dudes on the field, some of the greatest dudes in their character, but their environment just ate them alive, bro. I know so many dudes like that, bro. You feel me? Where it's like it wasn't nothing but the environment. Swear to God, that's all it was, bro. So it's like when people speaking on the kids and they saying this, that, and the third, it's like a lot of times there don't be enough people putting in the effort to help them out of that situation, to put them on game, to keep them focused. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the lack of dads we got out here, bro. It take motherfuckers like me, you, even my brother to step in and be a mentor and be a guide to these kids. You had a lot of mentors, bro, to help you get to where you got to.
Take a village.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like to have you back out here, bro, and that's the time you on, bro.
Right.
That shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we need you out here. For real, with your just the way you think about the game, the level of success you was able to have, you know what I'm saying? And really the lessons you learned from how it all ended up shaking loose on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you at Marshall, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the next step. You at Marshall. So how did that experience shake out for you being at Marshall? You know what I'm saying? Because when I remember when you went to Marshall, I feel like I'm that nigga just because you my nigga. I'm like, my nigga at Marshall, y'all tweaking. What you mean? Like, my nigga about to go to the league. We lit. What are you talking about? We was on. I don't give a fuck with nobody. I'm like, yeah, we lit. He about to go to the league. He about to fuck Marshall up. Can't nobody guard him over there. It's over.
So what ended up happening, y'all, is so at Firestone, right? You know how I told the teacher, suck my dick. Got kicked out. And I really didn't have to learn from the lesson because I ended up getting an even better chance, which was going ahead and going to Maslin. You know what I'm saying? A football town, basically, it's like a junior college in high school. Indoor facility, all type of stuff.
They ain't give a damn about what he did.
They ain't care about none of that. Hey, just produce for us. You know what I'm saying? So going on from that, I ended up, you know what I'm saying, elevating and get to Marshall, but I still never learned accountability. I still never learned, oh yeah, I'm on this platform. You know what I'm saying? Forget just being on a platform. I got a chance right now that most people don't even have. You know what I'm saying? I got an opportunity right now to go ahead and change my family's life. And I'm still not really understanding that at the time. So I go ahead and make the mistake to go ahead and sell weed while I'm on campus.
At Marshall?
At Marshall. You know what I'm saying? And get involved in a whole bunch of different stuff that I wasn't supposed to be involved in, and it backfires. I'm talking about to the point where I fucked up so quick at Marshall, I think I got there in summer, like June 6th, and got kicked out of Marshall by, what was it, August?
I couldn't believe it.
By August.
I couldn't believe it.
But then even going from that, right, it led to me going to Akron U. The next step is me at Akron U. I don't want to listen to nobody at this point. I still don't want to listen to nobody. Everybody like, man, take the junior college route. Which I wish I would have did that immediately. Because
that would have worked out for you.
It would have worked out for me because it would have gave me a chance to humble me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going from getting kicked out of one Division I to another Division I school. Right. And in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm still doing better than most of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I got so much pride. I got so much pride. I got so much cockiness, so much of an ego that I'm not really putting myself in a position to succeed. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm better than everybody else. I'm still, you know what I'm saying, doing this. Everybody else still can't even go to Division I or can't, you know what I'm saying? I'm wearing this on my shoulder. When in reality, I ain't taking the time to work on myself. So when I go to Akron U, it never pans out. I don't know if people really know the details about what happens if you know what I'm saying. I don't know if it's still like this now, but for me, when I had signed my letter of intent, Marshall had basically almost like a contract on me.
They had your rights.
Had my rights.
and they had to release you in order for you to even play somewhere else.
And Akron U wasn't on the schedule in 2015 when I had transferred from Marshall to Akron U, but they was on the schedule for 2016. And they said, we not releasing you. We not getting rid of you. If you go to Akron U, we won't release you there. So I tried to walk on to Akron U to make it seem legit. And they still want to release me. They still want to release me. So now football dreams is crushed. Now I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, forget going Division I still, forget going to JUCO. I'm trying to figure out if I can go to Malone, to Notre Dame. Can I go, you know what I'm saying, can I figure out, you know what I'm saying, any school that can take me right now? I'm just hungry for another chance. And I don't get it. I end up, you know what I'm saying, getting farther and farther and farther into the streets. And as I get farther into the streets, I end up losing my identity in myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer, you know what I'm saying, the 5 friend quote. If it's 5 of y'all, you the 5th one, and your, you know what I'm saying, your 4 other friends, is, you know what I'm saying, thieves and this, that, and the third. Even if, you know what I'm saying, the first couple of times you around them, you don't steal, you get your, you know what I'm saying, give yourself a pat on the back, like, yeah, I ain't steal, you still surrounded by this. You know what I'm saying? You still, eventually it's gonna wear off on you. And in my situation, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Did I grow up, you know what I'm saying, in the streets heavy? No. My mom kept me away as much as she could away from all that. Like I said, I had a strict mom. So for me, you know what I'm saying, jumping into the streets and, you know what I'm saying, getting involved with selling drugs and just a whole bunch of different stuff, that wasn't the route that was for me. That was the route that I was surrounded by and put myself, you know what I'm saying, in position to be surrounded by, you know what I'm saying, which was a big experience and which built a bad character and image of myself. I went from a sports star at this point to a drug dealer, which is the label that they give you, you know what I'm saying. With me getting sentenced to prison and stuff, that's the label that they gave me. So I end up, you know what I'm saying, like I said, go to Akron U, get farther into the streets after the Akron U stuff don't pan out. And I'm like, man, I get a call. Hey, this is Pasadena City College, man. Would you be interested in coming out here? I'm thinking it's a scam at the time. I ain't played football now. This is 2017. I ain't played football in a year now. You know what I'm saying? I did like, you know what I'm saying, some semi-pro stuff, but I ain't did nothing, you know what I'm saying, serious as far as the college level and all of that time. I'm like, man, California, it's Pasadena, it's California. I get the opportunity to go to California.
I'm out there, right?
But my mind at the time still ain't on the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? At the time, it's on, oh yeah, if I get out here, I can go ahead and get some exclusive weed. You know what I'm saying? I can go ahead and get the za. You know what I'm saying? I can go ahead and get this. Like, I ain't got to worry about everybody with everybody else. I'm creating my own motion.
Start focusing on ball.
Start focusing on ball.
It's crazy because I remember that time because shit, I still trying to do my little one too. You feel me? I ain't had the same pedigree as you at, nowhere near, but still, I'm still just trying to stay focused.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, I remember having them conversations and it was just like, you was a different person. You was a different person, bro. Football was life. I'm telling, like, that was everything. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talked about all the time, nigga. We played Madden. That's what we talked about.
Right.
The conversations got different. He fucked me up one night. We sitting in my truck. I'm like, so what's up? What's up with the people? I didn't even think about that shit anymore. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, how we get this far this fast, bro? Like, it was just crazy to me to see that shit happen, bro.
Everything got to speeding up for me. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened that when it came, you know what I'm saying, all of that shit I was into, I actually ended up being good into it. So now, I'm like, man, I got these dreams. Now you say I had dreams of making it to the NFL. Now my only dreams is, you know what I'm saying, the quickest ways to make money, you know what I'm saying, make the most money and all of this, you know what I'm saying, stuff that didn't really matter at the time, but I'm chasing it now.
How old was you when all this going down? Like, how old was you when you feel me?
Well, when I moved to Cali?
Yeah.
I moved to Cali, I was 20.
Okay.
I moved to Cali, I was 20 years old.
So you moved to Cali on the basis of the school calling you?
On the school calling me, but just really got the opportunity to go ahead and make some more money. Like, so when I get out there, I'm meeting up with the school. I'm like he said, like Johnny said, man, I went out there, and before I went out there, you know what I'm saying, we had conversations and stuff, and my mind was far away from football. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm just trying to make some money. Right. Now I'm full on in. I'm gonna go ahead and get paid. And when I get out there, I remember sitting down with the coaches and stuff. I just remember getting off the plane and looking at the hills and seeing the horizon and seeing the way the sun set and all of that. I've always been big in, you know what I'm saying, views and stuff. So I remember sitting down with the coach, and I'm like, dang, I'm in passing. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Sunset Boulevard right now. Like, I'm in Cali. Like,
It's a vibe.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang. And I just remember being out there, man. I'm like, I'm about to run it up. That's the only thing on my mind. I'm about to run it up. It ain't no football games. It ain't no nothing. I'm about to run it up. But once again, like this is the first time I really, you know what I'm saying, since I was in, you know what I'm saying, prison, I had a chance to really reflect on everything and reflect on it. And it's hitting home because once again, you know what I'm saying, my mom, I consider my MVP, you know what I'm saying, she went all out once again, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm getting you out there. Like, I'm getting you out there. So, yes, I had one of the moms that spoiled me for sure.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I was jealous in the motherfucker. On my mom, I used to go over this nigga crib, bro. I used to love Polo, Ralph Lauren, bro. This nigga had all, he wasn't even wearing them. The shit still had tags on it. He had the floor was full of that shit. I'm like, bro, y'all got the best boosters. You got the best mom ever, nigga. The fuck? How you got all this drip down here, you ain't even wearing it? Nigga, let me borrow a shirt.
So, like, Dukes made sure we was together, man. She did everything she could. Like I said, she did everything she could. We was at the age where, yes, we grew up together, but she always kept that, hey, I'm your mom, it's strict, I'm on you. Right. But I'm going to make sure that you got everything, you know what I'm saying? She would do everything to provide for us, but
she definitely amazing, bro.
She got you out there to Cali.
Got me out there to Cali, so now I'm out here in Cali, and I'm still doing all the same stupid shit. Still ain't learning nothing, you know what I'm saying? Still ain't learning my nothing. No accountability to nothing. All right, fuck it, I'm out here. And in all reality, you know what I'm saying, looking back at everything, the number one thing that you could call that, fuck accountability. You call that shit greed. You got a family that's gonna do everything for you. You got support, cast, system that's gonna do everything for you, and you still doing, you know what I'm saying, dumb shit. But like I said, you know what I'm saying, most of the time when people jump into the streets, they either got no choice but to jump into the streets, or they doing the shit just because, you know what I'm saying, it's easy money and they get caught up in it. You know what I'm saying? So,
but the really shit in the world, bro, because I had a lot of time to think about the shit too, for real. And it was just like, bro, because when I started playing ball, like, it wasn't even as big as an identity for me.
Right.
Like, but UTO, like, that was who y'all was. Like,
right.
What else was y'all thinking about or trying to learn? Like,
right.
There wasn't no plan B for real. So it's just like, if you take away football and you just let us chill, who we around?
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna naturally just come our way and find us anyway?
Our environment.
That's the motherfucking streets. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why, like, for me, it's big on me, like, trying to help motherfuckers understand, like, yeah, it's cool to want to rap, it's cool to want to play football, sure. Like, that shit amazing. Sure. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand that your value and what you gonna build your life on is always gonna be on your character, bro. The things that you allow yourself to get into and stay out of. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's easy to, all right, he want to make some money quick as he can, bro. It's loans, it's all kind of different ways where you could come up quick if you got a plan. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be around the people that's gonna push you in that direction. You gotta really surround yourself by the right motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who the fuck Dirty 30 was, but I did not like that nigga, man. I'm like, bro, who is this new nigga hanging around my nigga all the time? Like, who is this nigga? Like, I'm like, bro, I don't know. He ain't grow up with us. I still don't know where the nigga came from. On my mama, gang. I'm like, bro.
But you know what you call them niggas though? You know, our facts though, like, and it go hand in hand with kids that's successful in sports too, because I had a lot of them around me too. Mm-hmm. Which, you know what I'm saying, led to me saying what I said to you, you know what I'm saying? You call them people leeches though. You know what I'm saying? They get around you when you're successful. Where you at during the failure? Where you at during, saying, the bad times, the hard times? You around me now that you seeing shit good. You know what I'm saying? So you call them leeches for a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he was never around childhood, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? When we was out there, you know what I'm saying, shit, it's hard. Hey, I got 5. You got, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't nowhere around. Yeah.
I got 75 cents.
What can we do?
Hey, if this store ain't got that $2 for $1 on the chips, nigga, shit, it's gonna be tight. Hey, we gonna split this bag. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But them people was leeches, man. And at the end of the day, like you said, it was a loss of identity. Because another thing I feel like a lot of people go through, for real, is holding their emotions in. For me, like, when the Marshall shit happened, when it came to sports, I've never been the same ever since the Marshall shit happened. Because that was my opportunity, you know what I'm saying? That was my golden opportunity to make it. So then when the Akron U shit happened, I'm like, oh, it ain't meant for me no more. I fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? I was still, like, in my head, like, damn, I fucked it up. And I'm like, sports for me, like at that time, was my identity. I don't know what I'm gonna do without this. So now I gotta figure out my next way to make it, which is, like I said, my environment, what I grew up around, what I, you know what I'm saying, always grew up seeing. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm in the streets now. You know what I'm saying? And I seen people be successful and everything like that, but that go hand in hand with what I was saying as far as the five friend, you know what I'm saying, the five friend theory, which is eventually you'll fall into the same thing that everybody else is doing. But eventually what will happen is they might be so successful into it because you really don't know they struggle. Like you've been around, you know what I'm saying, friends that you knew forever, but you really don't know what's really going on with them inside their household. So you looking at them like, yeah, they be stealing, they be doing this, that, and the third, but they don't have no choice but to. You know what I'm saying? Or if they selling drugs or whatever, they don't have no choice but to. Like this is, they mom is dependent on them to do this. You know what I'm saying? Their household is dependent on them to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, rent ain't gonna be paid unless you go out here and, you know what I'm saying, get it done. You the head of the house. Your dad ain't around. It's a lot of black men that grew up without their dad and everybody around. You gotta be the man of the household. Your mom that had 3, 4, 5 kids, you the head of it. How you gonna take care of all of them? You know what I'm saying? Because she ain't doing it. She might be sleeping in bed all day. You know what I'm saying? In reality. But like I said, you the fifth friend. You done watched all these other 4 do this, thinking that, you know what I'm saying, you could do it too. And you end up, you know what I'm saying, 9 out of 10 being the one who get caught and get caught up in it because that ain't your lifestyle. But you just been around it so much that you feel me, you adapt to it and think that you is. As a human, man, we the biggest creatures that of habit. When it comes to habit, we the biggest creatures to pick it up. Whatever we do on an everyday basis, it's 9 out of 10 what we're gonna continue to do, man. And
The realest shit in the world, bro, is I feel like one of the biggest reasons why I gravitated towards you. Like, it's in your spirit, bro. Like, you when you play football, bro, like I said, like you weren't never just like just the most talented nigga I ever seen, but it was in your spirit though.
Right.
It was the way you played the game, the way you carried yourself, bro. And this is like in this new life you got, bro, the second lease you got on life, bro. Don't ever quit on yourself, bro. For real,
Right.
That's really where you fucked up the first time. Yeah, you made your mistakes, gang, and that shit happened, bro. Just don't quit on yourself this time, bro. You gonna win. You feel me?
Right.
Even through all the bumps and shit, like you gonna win, bro. For real. I always believed in you, bro. The whole time I believed in you, and I believe in you even more now, bro. Because the shit that you on now, is you focus, bro. And that shit make me proud to be your friend, bro. For real. Because a lot of niggas come home on bullshit, bro. A lot of niggas that come home don't learn their lesson, and it's like you said, there's plenty of times where you bumped your head and you just said fuck it and kept on. You know what I'm saying? So to finally get it, like that's what's up, bro. That shit feel great. You feel me? The fact that we can continue to be friends. Because before you went in, it was like it was impossible for me to be your friend because you was too deep off. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was gonna drown too. You was gone. You was.
But I
You was
commend
ready
you
to
for
fight
that.
the world, bro.
I commend you for that because at the age that we was at, and for you to already have that understanding on life, you know what I'm saying? Because it took for me the whole time I was in the prison to understand that, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's a difference between falling out with one of your friends or, you know what I'm saying, your brothers, you send somebody you consider your brother close to you and everything, and forget just falling out with them, separating yourself from them. It's a difference, you know what I'm saying, all of that and just, you know what I'm saying, elevation. Right now, we just on 2 different paths. I couldn't understand that. I kept people like that still around, even though I might be having these thoughts in my head or this feeling in my stomach like, yeah, things ain't right, but I'm still keeping these people around. You know what I'm saying? I'm still keeping that type of energy around. When in reality, if I would have did what you did, I would have, you know what I'm saying, I would have been far off, good, you know what I'm saying, better. But I didn't do that, and that's what led, you know what I'm saying, another reason for me in prison because I kept people around who wasn't supposed to be around. If I got, you know what I'm saying, this dream that I'm chasing and God done blessed me with this talent to go ahead and be as successful as I was in football and stuff and to make it to college and, to, you know what I'm saying, all the opportunities that I had, I got these people around me that I shouldn't have around me. You know what I'm saying? I got these people around me that's really holding me back, but I want to be so loyal to a default that I keep these people around, and now I'm getting dragged down with them.
I wanted to go back to where you were saying that the Marshall thing was kind of hurt you, you know, having that Marshall and you were saying like expressing your emotions. You ain't never really do, you know what I'm saying? Did you feel like that kind of led in the way, like expressing yourself?
Definitely. I feel like that shut me down. I feel like that shut me down. I feel like that put me in a place where, sometimes when I was in prison, man, I would look at people and you could look in their eyes and you don't see nothing, and I feel like a blank space, and I feel like that's where I had went. I feel like I had went to just a blank place, a blank space to where I couldn't really even tell you exactly why I did what I did, or you know what I'm saying, how things transpired. Like I just was just at that point, and it's scary as hell to say, but truthfully, like I had reached a point, man, where mentally I was out of here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't give a fuck about nothing else no more because, like I said, it's so much of a. I didn't realize the pressure of it because I'm enjoying it. Like, hey, yeah, there go Reg. He, you know what I'm saying? He this and he that, or he at Marshall, and I'm enjoying it. But I'm not realizing at the time, man, that same shit is what brought me down because now I feel the pressure now because I done fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I done fucked up now, so now I gotta feel the whole city. Like I said, go from the golden one, the chosen one, to the failure, the one who ain't gonna never do, you know what I'm saying, or be shit. You just follow the same tracks that everybody else did. And I kept hearing stories about my older cousins and family members who had did the same type of shit that I did. And now to be in the same position as them, I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. I had every warning and I still did the same shit. So I tapped out. And I'm like, man, I don't even want, I got to live in a life to where I don't give a fuck what happened tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no plans 3-4 days from now. It ain't no plans for the next day. Whatever happened today is on the line.
That shit real shit, because I can remember that time, like, and I had heard it from my girl at the time. She's like, you heard about Reggie? I'm like, what the fuck you mean? What? That's all kind of different weird stories going around. So immediately I'm like, where you at? Because you ain't tap in. But then when I linked up with you, it was like, nigga should be crying. He should be fucked up about this one. But you was just moving through like, shit, that shit ain't nothing. That shit ain't this, that, that. I'm like, no, gang, that shit deep.
Right.
That's a big blow right there. Like, you gotta take a minute and let that shit sink in. But like, it was too big. You couldn't. You know what I'm saying? To let that shit sink in was way too painful for I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt it just being your friend, so I know that shit was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But it's a beauty in it because it's like, because I think about that shit a lot of times when I think about how, you know, my story and my journey is like, yeah, you ain't make it to where you had planned to go, but the impact you're gonna have now is bigger than you could have ever planned for. You know what I'm saying? For sure. The impact you're gonna have now is bigger than you could have ever planned for, because you was in Cali. What made you come back home from Cali? You know what I'm saying? Once you was out there.
I was deep. I was deep, y'all. I figured out, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm gonna give y'all the uncut, the real, you know what I'm saying? My story, man. Unfiltered. At the end of the day, what I ended up doing, man, I had found a route. I figured out how to, you know what I'm saying, get some weed back home, and I came back home to pick it up. Shit. I'm on the phone the whole time tracking this motherfucker. Hey, I'm coming to get this. I ain't letting nothing happen to this. Everything I got at the time is in this. But no, for real though, like I'm like, yeah, I gotta, you know what I'm saying, I'm shaking. And I'm watching it the whole time, finally come back or whatever, and I get things in motion. And when I come home or whatever, it just so happened that my birthday is around the corner. And have a little, you know what I'm saying, birthday event or whatever.
You just turned 21.
Just turned 21. At the time, I had just turned 21.
21 birthday.
Yeah, first 20, you know what I'm saying, 25, 21. So it was going. It was, you know what I'm saying, it was a vibe. I'm like, oh yeah. And I'm getting tricked off even farther now, you know what I'm saying?
Your birthday in December.
Yep, December 21st.
So how long after your birthday do you end up in that unfortunate situation?
January 11th. Day that changed my life, so about 21 days.
Damn.
So you was 21 for less than a month.
Yeah.
Before that shit happened.
Yeah.
So you basically come home from Pasadena and you basically cooked from there.
Cooked, it's over with. When I come back from Pasadena, like I said, it's over with. Like I was so far into the shit, so deep into the shit, man, I'm cooked. But I end up catching, you know what I'm saying, catching my case. And when I get, you know what I'm saying, jammed up and locked up, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And at the time, you just said all the emotions I was supposed to feel, right? You go in that cell, man, between 3 hours of the day, and you tell me how you gonna feel. You tell me how you gonna think about life. You gonna tell me, you know what I'm saying, where you at mentally. You know what I'm saying? The older dude had gave me a challenge once I got sentenced to my 9 years in prison. And he like, man, I want you to, you know what I'm saying, tell me who you are. You know what I'm saying? Look at yourself in the mirror for 30 seconds. Simple challenge like that. And ain't nobody else around. Look at yourself in the mirror for 30 seconds. And just tell me who you are. Man, I think for like 3 months, I could probably make it 10 seconds. every failure that I ever had in my life flashed in front of me. 3 months straight, I'm talking about I'm waking up, I'm so determined. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get through it today. I got it. And I'll probably make it past the Cali one. I'll make it right to the California one. Damn. All these opportunities that I had, you know what I'm saying, just flashing in front of me. And in 10 seconds, they all going like this, though, super fast. I'm like, damn.
And you know what your story, one of the biggest lessons your story taught me, bro, about like just about life is like you was so blessed, dog. Like the universe blessed you, gang, to the point where it's like our margin for error is like this. You know how you said you seen your other homies doing it? Yeah. They might have had way less blessings. Right. So the universe was way more forgiving for them doing the XYZ because they ain't have as much. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you blessed with as much as you had, it's like the universe gonna sit us down every time because it's like you was blessed. I gave you everything you needed. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't used it the way that I instructed you to. So you gotta sit down. I think that way all the time about me because it's like I feel like my blessings is different, but I was always on that thin line too. Whereas it's like, bro, as soon as I do something, I'm cooked. I already know I'm gonna get caught just because I don't have to do it. I'm blessed with a different route. I'm gonna get caught. It's gonna happen, bro. It's inevitable. Sure. You know what I mean? So it was just like you was just way too blessed to be doing that. And it's like to see you now, to hear the type of shit you on now. It's like God had to do what He had to do, bro. For real, for real. Because it's like. You wouldn't have made it out that shit alive the way you was on, bro. I ain't even gonna. They would have just kept going left and more left. Yeah, you feel me? So it's just like to see you now. It's like it's a blessing. It's a blessing for sure. It's a silver lining in the situation, bro.
And my brother fuck with you, so I fuck with you, bro. You know, 100. And your vibrations tonight been great.
Right, my boy, right.
So, yeah,
so it's
sure,
like, so it's like now. You home? What's your message? Like, what you standing on? Now that you back on the streets, you know what I'm saying?
Actions, man. Actions. Like I said, I ain't coming home on that jail talk shit. I ain't coming home on that, hey, I'm gonna tell you a dream. I'm gonna tell you this. No, all I can tell you to do, man, is if you want to judge me by my past, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? You can have the deficit framing mindset of me, which is deficit framing is when a person makes a mistake and you continue to judge that person off that one mistake. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to my past, anything in my past you want me to walk you through or tell you about, I will openly do that. But I want you to look at the person that's in front of you today and understand at the end of the day, I'm not the same person. So as you're walking through that past, you're going to realize I ain't back there no more. That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I outgrew that and learned from that. You know what I'm saying? I understand accountability, responsibility, and ownership. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The biggest thing about prison, I feel like it saved my life. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because the people I had around me, like my first letter, man, from my mom, I'll never forget. She was like, hey, son, I'll take this over RIP. And in my head, I'm like, damn, I was just selling drugs. I wasn't out here doing this, that, and the third. Of people, I wasn't into this or none of that.
None of that. Gone, bro.
Yeah, so, and you know what I'm saying? You hearing, like, for me, I'm like, in my mind, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? As much as I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, deny, it got to hitting me. And then I end up losing friends. You know what I'm saying? Friends got to end up, you know what I'm saying, going the way that I was with every day. And it's just the lifestyle that I was in, you know what I'm saying? But everyday friends that I was with every day got to, you know what I'm saying, leaving me.
Quick story though, real quick. So look, after what happened to T.O., right? I mean, we in the car. And we scoping out a nigga house. Yeah. Whole time I'm playing cool in the back seat, like, yeah. I'm like, oh, hell no. They tweaking in this bitch. I'm like, oh my God. In the backseat heart racing, like, nah, gang, I ain't coming back on one of these. Nah, y'all gonna have to do that on yours. Oh, gang, I can't, it wasn't in me. You feel what I'm saying? I can admit that. Like, I'm down for a lot of shit, but certain shit just ain't in me, gang.
Like, and that's the part I was at. And that's the part I was at, you know what I'm saying, as far as life, as far as mentally, I was tapped out. You know what I'm saying? I was out of here. I was, like I said, I didn't care about what happened the next day, none of that. So going through that phase, watching a person out of the noose, you know what I'm saying, 20-year plus, you know what I'm saying, that's my 20-year plus nigga now, you know what I'm saying? Watching him at that time, you know what I'm saying, go through that transformation because he didn't get a chance to make it because of a simple mistake as a kid, man. Over, you know what I'm saying, girls and, you know what I'm saying, little different things. It hurt, you know what I'm saying? Especially, like, you know what I'm saying, because people were so prideful. So I'm like, dang, like, I'm near, you know what I'm saying, I'm loyal. Like I said, I'm big on loyalty, and this is my brother. You know what I'm saying? So he was special. He wasn't the tall. He was one of the shortest niggas, one of the smallest niggas, man, but had the biggest heart. You know what I'm saying? Had the biggest heart when shit like. And he's still the same way though, because the whole time I was in there, you know what I'm saying, we kept each other pushing. So we have our phone conversations and shit, and we always tell each other like, man, I couldn't imagine being in your position. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth though, like I couldn't imagine being where he at, and he couldn't imagine being where I'm at. And that's where, you know what I'm saying, I feel like God put us all in positions, man, to where we can handle. Like, it really seemed like, man, it's over with. It's tight right now. It's tight. Like, how we gonna make it, you know what I'm saying? How we gonna make this happen? Like, or man, I'm at my ends with this. I ain't got no more left in me. And then something shake. You know what I'm saying? Or some type of motivation or something hit you, something positive hit you, you know what I'm saying? And it's a reminder like, man, hey, he ain't gonna put you through nothing you can't handle. You know what I'm saying? And while I was in there, man, I'm telling you, I had plenty of moments like that, man. I'm talking about I lose both of my uncles back to back. I'm back to back. I'm like, ooh. Please, God, like, man, no, like, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I got the option right now because when you're in prison, you get even more excuses. Like if something happened, you be like, damn, who called him just now? Or who just died just now? Or, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why a motherfucker act out or crash out or whatever, you know what I'm saying, the case be, because, oh yeah, this just happened. But no, I sat there, man, I think I cried for about 2-3 days, man. They died back to back, you know what I'm saying? My Uncle Amp had died, my Uncle Mike had died first, and they just died back to back. And I'm like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? These big blows for me, like anybody that know me and my relationship with my Uncle Amp, man, that 2010 team that I was going to watch, he was the reason why. I was able to go out, you know what I'm saying, to Cleveland, go watch Terry and them play. I was able to go watch Dez play over at Benedictine. I was able to go to all of these different, you know what I'm saying, games and stuff, man. The memories, you know what I'm saying? So while I'm in there, that's another factor that, you know what I'm saying, I don't know if too many people think about why you in there. It's like, man, you in prison, like, you stuck in a cage, and you can't do nothing about anything that's going on out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just stuck, especially when you got an impact and you around, you know what I'm saying? You in people's life. So for me at the time, it's like, man, how do I make all of this count? So for me right now, being home, the impact that I want to have, man, is for one, telling my story and for it to affect somebody, you know what I'm saying? And for two, to get involved in kids' lives. Like, I want any kid in the world to know, like, I've been in your shoes. I've done or been a part of anything that you've been a part of, and it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, be successful. If you got a chance to go ahead and chase your dreams, go ahead and do that. But the biggest thing is separation. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, on your course to wherever you're going in life, man, you got to separate. And that don't mean fall out with somebody or just be like, I don't fuck with you. And yes, I'm talking to kids like this because at the end of the day, most of the time when we talk to black kids now in the world, we not realizing that 11, 12, 13 years old, these kids is going to school and teachers is talking to them, you know what I'm saying, as if they that age. When in reality, when they leave from that school, they 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? These kids is going home to real responsibilities and real, you know what I'm saying, real life shit. So in reality, that's the way that you have to talk to these kids now. And ain't no more sugarcoating and ain't no more none of that. You got to talk to these kids like that. You got to think, man, these kids are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, $1 million in high school now. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it real with them. So at the end of the day, like, my story, if it can, you know what I'm saying, help you, motivate you, whatever, or if it's just even questions or anything, I'm there, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I just really want them to understand, man, the direction that they got going on and the direction that they headed is huge. You got to separate. Separation is huge, man. It's a lot. Like, you gonna know, like how he was, you know what I'm saying, how Johnny was just talking about me and T.O. You know what I'm saying? You know, like that group of friends, like them right there, man, that talent right there that you know what I'm saying, they the ones that you know it yourself though. Like I said, I was cocky, T.O. was cocky, we was cocky. We know, like, oh yeah, we gonna make it. But we ain't do the, you know what I'm saying, ourselves the justice of separation. We kept people around who wasn't supposed to be around. You know what I'm saying? We kept ourselves involved in situations where we had no business being a part of. We lost sight of who we was because we got to being around other people who had, you know what I'm saying, no chance of having the same dreams as us, no chance of none of that. And at the same time, now mind you, if you are going to have people around you who don't have the same talent as you, make sure that they still have a talent that can match yours. It don't have to be in the same field. It could be in anything. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got people around you in your circle and y'all keeping each other motivated, that's a huge step in life. You know what I'm saying? That's huge. You know what I'm saying? Because Johnny might know a lot more stuff, you know what I'm saying, in a different area than I do. You know what I'm saying? I might know some stuff in the area that he don't. You know what I'm saying? Jay, it's the same thing with it. You know what I'm saying? We might all know stuff in different areas, and we all can get together, you know what I'm saying, have meetings and build with each other. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I need you to go ahead and handle, you know what I'm saying, the accounting stuff real quick. Or I need you to go ahead and handle, you know what I'm saying, the in the field stuff real quick. Or, hey, Reg, I need you to handle, you know what I'm saying, the desk work. And, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, we all can come together and make it happen. Now, for the, you know what I'm saying, for the young athletes in the world, it's the same with your friends and stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you want to keep your friends around and, you know what I'm saying, keep them around in your environment on your way to your dream, then go ahead and put them in a position to go ahead, you know what I'm saying, succeed too. Go ahead, you know what I'm saying, coach them up too. Like, hey, I need you to go ahead. You want to be a manager, right? Or go to management school, or y'all build together. But if you see people ain't on the same path as you and you get that feeling or that voice in your head, listen to it and follow it. At the end of the day, man, I just want real. I ain't about to teach no fake, no unauthentic. I want authentic and real. I love, man, I tell people in prison, right? They be like, man, Reg, you ain't in no gang. You ain't come down here. You ain't join no gang. You surrounded by all these people, man, but you just yourself. Because at the end of the day, man, the people I love the most, and you ain't got to like them, but you gonna respect them, is the people that wake up every day and be themselves, man. Don't switch up for the crowd. Don't switch up for, you know what I'm saying, whoever they're around, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's real shit right there, though. That's real.
and that's why I came home the way I came home. I was, you know what I'm saying, I had the chance to discipline myself, man. I came home, man, just focused. Like, in this little short time I've been home, this last little month, man, like I said, I got locked up. I had just turned 21, man. I just got my first license, you know what I'm saying? That's sideways. I'm looking at it. I ain't never been to a casino, you know what I'm saying? All type of different stuff. Like, I just got my, you know what I'm saying, insurance and stuff handled. I got, like, little small stuff. I just got my company, you know what I'm saying, LLCs. Just got, you know what I'm saying, our first house. Me and wife just got our first house.
How old is you now, man?
27, you know what I'm saying? 27. Blessed. Young and blessed, man. Young and blessed.
Fresh
Just,
27.
you know what I'm saying? Fresh 27, yeah. So I'm just looking at, you know what I'm saying, life where God put me and reflecting on everything and just
So
thankful.
we getting the fresh you, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
The fresh.
Yeah.
Just home, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
sharing his story with the people. I know this, the views in this gonna go up. Alright, I'm already knowing this shit going up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I definitely just appreciate you coming through, taking the time to share your story, bro. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to my brother. It means a lot to the podcast, bro. It means a lot. It's gonna mean a lot to anybody who just click on this and listen. You feel me? It's a lot of game in this. Probably the deepest, most in-depth pod that we done had, bro.
Yeah.
Sure.
Went through my bro's whole story, you know what I'm saying? Talked about some things that, you know, you can relate to. I know you can relate to it, you know what I'm saying? So I just appreciate you the most, brother, for being my dog all these years, bro, and then taking that time, sitting down and really coming back to us Reggie, because you wasn't Reggie for a minute. You was a different nigga for a minute, you know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing, bro. You know
I appreciate you supporting the podcast, man. Supporting my brother, supporting us. So, and then your message was great, you know.
Fire.
You feel me? The mission statement we got for the community for why we even do the podcast, perfect. Hit it on the nose, bro. So
I appreciate y'all, man, for having me, you know what I'm saying, for having me on here, giving me the opportunity. Like I said, man, what y'all doing right now, man, is huge. Like right now, what I believe in is a culture change. You know what I'm saying? Uplifting the environment, uplifting our surroundings, and we all know where we come from. At the end of the day, man, we come from some type of struggle, some type of hood, some type of, you know what I'm saying, background where if we go to a corporate world, they won't look upon it, you know what I'm saying, as equal or none of that. But we here to beat the odds, and we here to teach the kids right now and teach the youth for the environment in general how to go overcome whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that's our story, and what y'all's platform is doing right now, man, it's huge. It's huge, man. It's huge.
That's love, man. That's love,
yeah,
man.
that is.
It's been your boy Johnny Glow.
Jay Reed, man.
It's my brother Reggie, man. We out of here, man. Support, like, share, comment, subscribe, man. Turn this shit all the way up, man. All the way up for my nigga, man. He home, oh God.
Hey, now this is, man, bro. Your story, man.
That shit was just amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Beautiful black, beautiful black. Catch me with my beautiful black skin, with my beautiful black friends, beautiful accents. of the urban raised. Caught up in my urban ways since my early days.